Yeah, keep it going for Z. Guys, we're just gonna keep the show moving. We got a lot of comedians still. Let's give it up for Joel Kopp.
Thank you. If you don't laugh at anything I say, I am also a poet. Except he actually got laughs. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Some of you want to talk about stuff that's going on in Hawaii. Are you guys new to Hawaii? Have you been living here for a while?
7 years, my man.
7 years? Who here loves the police in Hawaii?
Whoa, I love them.
No, do you really?
They dope as fuck.
I'm playing to the room. That's what I'm doing. No, so check it out. I saw an article. This has been on my mind for some reason the last 2 days. I saw an article 2 days ago that said Honolulu police have the hardest policing job in all of America. According to the HPD. Right? Yeah. And like I thought about it, and it's not like they have an easy job, right? But like something happened like the same day that really encapsulated what the HPD goes through. All right, I drive for Uber, so I was driving Uber at the time, and I had passengers in the seat. And there's an intersection that it's just blocked all the way down, and there's 2 cop cars there, right? And a third one pulls up, right? And the whole time the passenger is like, oh, what are the cops like over here? Like, is it like we watch Hawaii 5-0? Is it like that? I'm like, no, there's no car chases, there's no hostage situations or anything, right? And as I get closer, I see that there's a man in the middle of the intersection. He's just like hunched over with a pool surrounding him. And I'm like, oh no! Oh no, another person of color has been brutally murdered by the police, right? And I get even closer, and I realize that this guy isn't hunched over because he's been shot. He's hunched over because he's taking a gigantic shit right in the middle of the intersection. And there are 7 police officers surrounding him, but nobody wants to touch Mr. Dookie Hands. And at one point, the guy, he gets up and he picks up the piece of shit and he's just like, get away from me!
Oh, shit.
You stay away! So a cop starts negotiating with him over the PM. Like, this guy's just taking the intersection hostage with his own dookie. And that is what HPD has to do. Is that the hardest? I don't know. What else is going on in Hawaii? Have you heard about the rail? The Hawaii rail?
Yeah.
The latest thing, the wheels don't fit. The wheels are off on the Hawaii rail. I don't know what they do. They try to fucking put 22s with spinners on it. I don't know. They got crazy with the money. You know, I mean, like, where's it gonna end? Here's the thing. Like, here's how I think we can solve the rail problem and the homeless problem. What they need to do is they just need to take all the rail cars and put them on the tracks and use them as places for all the ice heads to sleep in. All around. It goes around the island and it picks up all the ice heads and they just sleep on the cars. Because guess what? That's what it's going to turn into anyway. Can you imagine when the freaking Chronics find out about the rail? They're going to be like, hey you guys, you know how taking a shit on the bus is the best thing? Well, guess what? This rail is awesome. Have you ever taken a hit off a meth pipe while the sun was rising over the mountains? It's the best thing ever. Fuck that shit. I don't know what else to talk about. I do. I was gonna run one thing. I just think like, who's woke here? Who considers themselves woke?
Yeah!
Yeah? I try to be as woke as I can be, you know what I mean? But like, you mess up sometimes. You mess up being woke. Like, the other day I misgendered somebody. You know what that is? When you refer to somebody not by their preferred pronoun. You know, I misgendered somebody. Super embarrassing.
Yeah, super retarded.
I feel really bad about it. Because this poor lady wasn't even trans. That was the worst part. I mistransgendered her, is what happened. She was just a regular cisgender woman that I mistook for trans. She was Eastern European, I think. That was the problem. I broke the mic stand. Here's the thing, she just had a very powerful 5 o'clock shadow. You know what I mean? You ever see? Anyway, tell your mom I said I'm really sorry. Who was that directed at? All of you. That's who that was directed at. Go tell all of your moms I'm sorry for that joke. What else was I going to talk about? I am just... Whose mic stand is this?
I just let her go.
I didn't know there's so many pieces. Are you guys? I can tell you guys something really quick that you're not going to believe when I first say it, but it's going to make a lot more sense after I say it. All right, here we go. I have a ton of body hair. I know. No, you know, nobody ever believes me when I say that. Nobody, not one person was like, yeah, okay, but I do. But here's the thing, you don't understand, like, all of my body hair is concentrated directly on my nipples. That's the real thing. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. But like, and other dudes have body, like, other dudes have nipple hair, I know other dudes have it, but like, mine's Asian hair, it's straight, so it like dangles down out of my two man titties. You know what I'm talking about, right? You got the Fu Manchu going here, you got the Fu Manchu going down here. I hear when my hair goes on. Yes, I'm looking directly at you.
Hey man, my nipples are fine.
You look like the closest thing. I don't believe you. Oh shit. You shave it. I know. I can tell. I can tell you shave your own chest.
The happy trail?
Yeah. Am I done already?
Yes.
Thank the Lord. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much. That's all.
Give it up for Joel and his weird Asian nipple hair, everyone. Oh, the next comedian coming up is not Asian, but she runs the Female Comics of Hawaii, everyone. So give it up for Erika Schwarzkopf.
Give it up for Jasmine Bautista. It's great that we have so many young people tonight. I'm sorry. You're not young. You're just younger than me. And please shut the fuck up because I'm doing this set. Thank you very
I was
much.
like, you're gonna try to put me in the same team as him. I'm gonna be like,
As well as you.
so anyway.
Alright. Hello, King's Pizza! Give it up for Mushroom and her crowd tonight. Let's give it up for them. And they're the reason we're here tonight. Millennials, though, I'm sorry, but I don't really trust people that were not raised on Love Boat episodes. Do you mean to tell me you were raised by your own parents? I'm sorry. I think we got the better deal. We got the better deal. I think so. Someone said put off having kids as long as you can. I'm 54. Someone said, do you not have kitchen supplies? So, I'm not only a comic, but I'm also a visual artist. Facebook was asking me to put a username for my page. And before I realized I couldn't change it back, I made it at Erika Schwarzkopf Farms.
You're a Democrat. You're the racist.
I'll see that again. At Erika Schwarzkopf Farms. So now I sell farts. It's fine though, my farts are the best. They're the most expense, you get the most parts for your money, especially if you're on the phone and need to go outside. If you're talking on the phone, seriously.
Graduation song?
Alrighty. I was dating last year, and I didn't really want so much as a relationship as a service date. You know, a service date? You know, like a service dog that wears a little tiny vest and can go anywhere. Hello, people talking in the room. Hello, people. Hello. I'm here. Here I am in the room. Everybody, look at me. Sorry. Enough of this. You lost me. I completely lost me what else. But I was dating and they said gaslighting. Alright, I'm gonna end up with this. I haven't dated since 1998, and then I was suddenly dating online, right? And apparently now you can order a man like a pizza. I don't know if you need this one. You can order a man like a pizza. Of course, I want an extra sausage, big sausage. Not too big. Ladies in the room, have you ever had a dick that was too big?
Yes.
Yes, I have. Listen, the man want the bigger the better.
No.
Below there is a wall. There is a wall. I hate to break it to you, but there's a wall.
Motel wall.
But I gotta wrap it up. My husband and I, we don't have kids on purpose. I really like kids. I just don't want one of my own. I feel like the same about penises. Am I gonna end it on penises? Yes, I am. Thank you very much, King's Pizza.
Yeah, keep it going for Erika Schwartzkopf. All right, the next comedian coming up, we're gonna give it up for Liz. Woo! All right, what's up? My one person in there needs to shift over here so I can actually see them. Thank you. Okay. What's up? Okay, you guys, this is my first year ever wearing crop tops. True story. And it's kind of like my personal rebellion against coronavirus. Like, if they're gonna make me cover half my face, I'm gonna show half my torso so I can still feel half attractive, right? Yeah, fuck yeah. But I did have a guy ask me on a date when I was wearing a mask, which was kind of cool, except for I was like, shit, if he ghosts me after the first day, I'm not gonna know if it was because of my personality or the other half of my face, right? Yeah, sucks. I have some like dark shit that I wanted to like, yeah, you guys like dark shit? Oh yeah, okay, alright, okay, so, well, this isn't dark, but I first moved here as a special education teacher 10 years ago, for my first job right out of college. And when I moved here, I was a special education teacher. First day of school, a teacher walked in and she was like, hey, if you have any problems with kids, just come to my room. I got choke supplies, right? So I didn't know what choke supplies meant, which apparently is slang for like rocks, right? I thought she meant like choking children. I was like, I'm not really familiar with that curriculum. So then I became known as like the choking teacher of the year. It was awesome. But I'm pretty used to being the coolest kid. When I was 9 years old, my dad decided to move all of us to a small town of 1,200 people and start a farm to prepare for the apocalypse. The people in town simply referred to us as the Amish family with 40 goats. You know it's bad when you live in a town full of meth labs and you're the odd one. True story. So on one hand, we had to wear head coverings and dresses to the floor. But on the other hand, I also had to learn how to shoot semi-automatic rifles from a young age to protect our family during the apocalypse. So while other kids were at summer camp, I was digging bomb shelters with my brothers. My dad said we were called to be a peculiar people by the Lord. At least I was able to live up to one of his expectations. Yeah. So you don't really have a lot of entertainment when you grow up in a small town, right? So a lot of people turn to drugs, which was the case with this 1,200 person small town. But the rate of meth arrest did go down the year that we moved into the town, and I like to think that we had something to do with it, because we did bring a little bit of entertainment. Like, there were 9 people in my family, so when we showed up and started walking down that grocery aisle with our head coverings and our dresses down to the floor, people just kind of like stepped inside. They're like, "Oh, it's a parade every day," and they just started clapping and like throwing candy at us. It was awesome. Yeah. People say I grew up in a cult, but it wasn't really a cult because it was just my dad. To be honest, I wish we had grown up in a cult, because then I would have like cult friends, you know? My friends were, I was allowed to have with my brothers and sisters. Thank God I had 6 of them. So my parents bought one of those extendable wooden tables. So every time my dad knocked up my mom, she'd go pull out any leaf on the table. They took training and they took a whole new level. Some people like to recruit militia members, right? My dad was like really one of those like do-it-yourself kind of people. So he was like, why recruit people when you can just like grow your own militia?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? That's what it's about. Most kids get punished for doing things, right? Like you do something wrong. Has anyone ever gotten punished for doing something wrong? Yeah. So in my family, we got punished for things we didn't do, which was the worst because you never quite knew what you hadn't done. So like when my dad would come pulling in the driveway, we'd be running around the house, trying to figure out if there is anything we hadn't done. And my dad was a professional one-upper, right? Like, if you forgot to pick up a book, you weren't taking care of the house. So he's gonna one-up you by putting a hammer through the wall, right? Yeah. Yeah. But anybody that grew up with unstable parents, did anyone here grow up with unstable parents? Woo! Yes. Okay. So you know that it makes you grow up really fast. And it's kind of cool because it's like a Benjamin Button effect, right? Like, I was an 84-year-old 9-year-old. And then once I escaped to college, I was basically a clueless 9-year-old, again, who had to grow up because I had no idea what was going on. And I probably would have had more of an idea of what was going on if I knew what the real world was. But we were allowed to go to school, and we were allowed to watch TV. They said it was to protect us from the ungodly influence, but I think my parents were afraid that we would see the sitcoms and meet normal kids and figure out that we weren't actually living in apocalyptic times, and those helicopters flying overboard weren't actually spying on us. Instead, they just kind of like saved it all as a big surprise. So when I got to college, it was like, surprise! Here's the real world. So when I got to college, I was the coolest girl who had no idea what was going on. Like, I couldn't relate to anything. Like, when you guys were churning the pages of the history books, I was out in the barn churning butter. And when you guys were grinding up against boys your high school year, I was like, yeah. I was grinding flour to make bread, like fresh bread, right? You guys, like, most of the people in our small meth town lab, or meth town, were like Breaking Bad, and I was like out in the house like baking bread. I was like, yeah, I got this, right? So actually, my first boyfriend that I ever had in college was gay, and I think I kind of knew that because he had earrings, he was in Glee Club, he was always talking about how attractive other men were. But honestly, at the same time, he would bring me home to his family, and it was the first time I'd ever experienced normal family dinner, like in my life, ever, right? So it was kind of like an even trade. Like, I felt like I'd gone to Mars. It was like, he got to like bring home a girl and pretend that he was straight, and I got to go and like pretend like I was part of a normal family. And I forgot what else I was gonna say, but that's it. Thank you. One more time for Liz. Yeah, we're gonna keep saying that after every person. Where did your boyfriend go?
To get more beer.
Oh, okay. I thought he like left the show. Oh, Tati, are you going?
That's what they always
Shoot.
say.
Yeah, everyone say congratulations to Tatiana.
Seniors night!
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I hope you go to party, unless this was the party. This was like her unofficial graduation party right here. Oh man, oh, she's gonna miss the next person, guys. Guess who's coming up? Let's give it up for Rohan. Rohan.
Thank you, nice listening staff. Thank you. Hi everyone. I was gonna do a whole like name everyone that I know around the room, but I realized that one person I don't remember is gonna be like, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. Let me just do this little thing going outside. Hey y'all, I know you guys having a great time out here, and honestly, I think King's Pizza is the best venue for this type of atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what your name is anymore, Negrelli. How you switching up names on us on fucking Facebook? God damn, but hey, just yeah, come on over a little bit to the window. Maybe you can hear my set, because I had all this shit planned. Like, you guys think I just make stuff up? I literally wrote for days. And then on my way home to get a fucking keyboard, so I could try to set up the, what is this shit called? The streaming for the interweb people. Hi guys, Rohan's Riders and all of it. Please buy my masks. I'm saying, but the fuck, I just lost it, man. I fell down. Look at me, I'm all bloody. You guys see that? Fuck, man, just trying to help someone out. No good deed goes unpunished. Is that the Bible verse? Fuck Bible, man. I'm done with the Bible. Fucking Jesus taking over my corner while I'm trying to sell weed to Jehovah's Witnesses. You can find another place. I don't know, man. What do you want to say, dude? What do you want to say? It's one of my bits. Fuck. So yeah, you guys ever been injured before? Huh? Let's get some applause for We're Still Living But Injured. That's weak. You guys never really got injured before. I guess you guys are just kind of living life a little too soft. You know, fuck it. I get injured daily. My wife yells at me constantly. My kids don't listen to me. I don't know, there's some weird thing that karma's fucking with me. I swear to God, I love you, God. Please, God, I know you're watching this right now on all the interweb thing, at Rohan's Riders, at pretty much everything. I know you're watching, God.
God forgot you.
I don't think so. I think he's going through this like, ha 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 ha. And
He's
then,
watching the Kardashians right now.
dude, okay, he fucks me up by giving me a car. Right, Jordan? Yo, good shit, man. Giving me a car, I find shit, and then he's like, haha, now you fall on your moped. Told you to ride the car, bro, you fucking stupid. Yeah, God's laughing at me, man. I don't know if you guys think God and karma's on your side. I don't know why you're here listening to my speech.
Preach!
It's ridiculous.
I didn't know either.
I'm with God, man. Hey, I'm a God-fearing, Papa knows, man. Papa's a God-fearing man, too. And I don't know if anyone wants to play the whole, like, what is God? Is it a she? Is it a he? Is it a... Fuck all that shit. Don't matter. You know you're walking with God or falling with God when you're on your moped and the driver just fucking decides to make a left turn without a signal. Please signal, people. Please signal. It's literally right next to your fucking hand. I can't imagine this shit. So anyway, so I go home and I'm trying to pick up the keyboard like I was telling you guys, yeah? And the fucked up thing is that my youngest daughter, she's, what is it? Yeah, I should know. That's fucked up. It's not Father's Day. I think I only have to know on Father's Day and her birthday. The rest of the time I can just kind of wing it, you know? 11. We'll go with 11. She's 11, yeah? Sure. So, what's that?
You're 11.
I'm worse than 11. I'm a 7, bro. So like fucking I want to get the keyboard, but she's broken 2 of her laptops for schoolwork, and so she's using my backup keyboard. And then I'm like, I need the keyboard, and she's like, but Dad, I need to do homework. And I'm like, on a fucking Friday at 9:30, after you broke 2 computers, you're not gonna let me take my keyboard to the comedy show. Meanwhile, my eldest daughter, who's 14, is like patching me up and like going with the rubbing alcohol and everything. Ow! That shit hurts! I told you, you gotta be careful with that. She's great. I mean, she's great. My daughters are great, guys. You know what's even more better is my wife. I got a great wife. I still wear the ring. She tried to divorce me. The judge said no. Just like you guys don't want to be my friends to forever. Forever. Oh man. What's my timing looking like?
You got 1 more minute.
I got 1 more minute. Okay. So I'll just end on this. Like I was saying, I found the car outside. Okay. Like I'm not kidding. Like Jordan, good friend of mine. He works with Hapamana, charitable organization. Like really hard worker. Like Paco. I'm embarrassed to even call them my friends. That's how great they are, man. But what I did do was tell my daughter that it's gonna be her car once she gets her license. And so she's 14, okay? And if you guys know how the whole licensing process works, I got another 1.5 years of just milking all of it. Like, oh, you're gonna wash the sink, right? You want that car, don't you? Oh, you're gonna do the laundry, right? You don't want the car? Yeah, guys, man, solid. But guys, that's my time, and I really do love all of you. Crashing on my moped tonight made me realize that I would rather be here than anywhere. Thank you, Mushroom Kings, Pizza Paco. Jasmine.
Rohan, everybody. All right, next comedian coming up. I haven't seen her in a while, but she's back. Give it up for Star.
Rohan.
Star. Woo!
Rohan.
Let me entertain you. Let me make you smile. I'll do some kicks. I'll do some tricks. Hi, everybody. I've been in Vegas. Okay, I've been a superstar. Oh, here I am. I'm staring. Oh, actually, hi, everybody. My name is Star. I'm a superstar. And I love seeing my new tricks. Hi, friends. I miss you all. I love you. I love you. I love you. Knuckles. Heart. Share the love. Knuckles. Heart. I'm into an orgy. Group Knuckles, Knuckles in, this fucking, no, Knuckles in. Oh, so by the way, I am an older version of Britney Spears. I am a Barbra Streisand. I am whatever I am. So I'm very diverse. I'm a real team. I'm a broker. I'm also a sex maniac. Did you know I'm a sex maniac? So I'm a woman and that's for the best. These boobs, right? 38 doubles in a handful. Right, I'm excited, even virtually, visually. You don't have to have hands-on type of orgasm. But I guess orgasms have often been hands-off. So these are my boobs, right? They're also my partner. Hey, can I have some help from you? You're a friendly guy, right? For sure. Can you get some things out of my pocketbook? What do you have here? Oh, money. Woo!
I'm gonna pretend I can't find it.
Damn, that's big money. That's fine.
I've invented condoms. I've invented scrotal condoms. Pick it up. Power Star, scrotal condom, and White Bow, which is in Geneva, and in Washington, and yeah, you can go for your rear end or front end, and also
They got property.
and connect labia against herpes and stuff like that. What else is in here, honey?
Alright, let's see. I'm getting my reward. Oh!
It ain't gonna get you pregnant.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no!
At my age, you get it any way you can get it. Okay, by the way,
Star, what was it like losing your virginity in the Great Depression?
it actually cheered me up. And I kept on going, sex today keeps the doctor away. I must tell you, if I don't have sex today, I'm really depressed. So, any volunteers here? I want a guy my own age. This guy has a little bit of gray hair. Any gray hairs here? No gray hair. So I guess I need 2 of you. If I can't have 1 60-year-old, I need 2 of you. Any volunteers? If there are 2 white guys, I'll invite a 3rd guy, a black guy. I believe in equal opportunity for all. So, bottom line is, hey, my prop left. So, what else is in here? Uh-oh, I lost it. Well, I don't know if I can do this. So I'm known for things. I'm a cheerleader. I'm a page somewhere, I'm a cheerleader. Okay, and also, who knows what I do? I bet most of you can't do what I'm going to do. Can you hold this for me? Oh! Another toy. Oh! So you got to be versatile. Look at your kitchen. Keep covered. Okay, so let's see. Hold this, please. Let's move this around. You don't want to miss anything.
They want that old type of rock and roll. Come on. Mustang Sally. So that Mustang down. She want that old thing. She got put on the sock, y'all. This for high blood pressure. Uh-oh, she gonna pull the titty out. Ladies and gentlemen, from 1920. 220. They nice. Oh. I'll totally bang you if you put me in a wheel.
Oh, here it is. Hundreds. I went to the Sippy tonight. I needed 100. Okay, actually, Sippy's tomorrow night. A pie is $80 for 4 people.
1 minute.
Who wants to go with me? Get a pie. $20 a piece.
Uh-oh, here you go, here you go. Oh, this is why you do yoga, y'all. Oh, get down for the big girl. Oh, get down for the big girl. Oh. Somebody get her, she's dancing like a stripper. Somebody get her, she's dancing like a stripper. Ladies and gentlemen, we need you to make some noise for Star!
Yeah, good job, Star. What's your OnlyFans? Oh God, why is the microphone wet? What did you do, Paco? We need your hands out of your pants. Oh my God. I'm so disgusted. It feels so wet right now. Like, here, please, just.
It's just Lysol.
I'm embarrassed. But it gets my blood going.
Oh man, wait. I'm so sorry, Reese. You're gonna have to hold this wet microphone. But it's not sprayed by Lysol, so we're good. This next comedian coming up, he hasn't been around for a while, but he was busy being a good, decent dad. Yeah, give it to Reese Paul!
Reese! Welcome back, motherfucker.
Hey, what's up, everybody? As might notice that my nuts are out. The show's crossed the threshold. Everyone from now on is just nude. Everyone looked. You guys are gross. Ew. Ew, you guys looked. Look. Jesus. Happy to be back. I've been gone for a year. I had a child while everyone's out here just that lasting, I guess. Happy. I haven't been out since a boy. A second boy. Second boy. Yes. Yeah, we're practicing for the third. No, it's crazy because are you all the females trying to get birth control before they cut it?
I am.
Yeah. Just stacking up the third IUD, you know. It looks like a barrel of monkeys. Anyways, fish scales. I feel like this is the first president we've had a long time that is molestable. You know what I mean? Like you feel like you could hold him down. Not. Okay, you guys, I lost you guys, but not full penetration. Yeah, it's like a little bit of wrestling. Not since the guy in the wheelchair has anyone felt so accessible. Because every single push-up I do in the morning is here to molest the president. Who knows what I mean? All right. Not since Lincoln. Lincoln was the guy. Like back in the day, wrestling the president was a thing. The president would hop on a train, put him back in the caboose. He'd be all oiled up, Greco-Roman. They'd be like, you disagree with my policy on states' rights? I don't know how you feel about states' rights. So you still call it states' rights. Okay. So you got some of the Whig Party leaving. No one's gonna molest my Van Buren. God, it feels weird saying things again. I hate it. Trump should have just he missed a good opportunity to just transition right there the last day, you know what I mean? It's not only am I the best president, but I'm also the first female president. I got the biggest tits of any president ever since Garfield. Alright. That was it for that. Cool. Thanks. You guys look like you hike. Yeah. Have you guys been past Chinaman's Hat? You guys go up that area? Yeah. I feel that's like the wildest thing we can call something. You know what I mean? Chinaman's Hat. It's like, what's that over there? Oh, let's not talk about it. Like someone who's like led around the island, just like I gotta do the cartography and stuff. It's just like a white dude in the back of a buggy, dude in the front. They're like, that's Hokulii. Hokulii. He's like doodling in the back. He's like, what you doing? Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. It's just a drawing of a giant Chinese guy. I think it's strong. When I was a kid, that's like growing up here, that's one of the first stories they read you. You know what I mean? They just show you this picture of a giant, sinewy Chinese guy under the water, and that's his hat. Like, is every island just an ethnic person we've dumped? Like toxic waste? I know this isn't the political climate for that. You know what I mean? It'd be like if we were like up in Georgia and you saw like a big stone rock sticking out of the ground. Like, what's going on over there? It's like, oh, that's big black cock rock. Don't worry. Bury one of them.
Black Hawk Rock, yeah.
Someone likes me.
He doesn't mean it. He does not mean it. No. I didn't something like that. A brownie.
So, I have 2 children. We use the pull-out method. It's yeah. It's not as good to think about like there's no use crying over spilled seed. You know, you might as well just like think of it another way. You know, you're pouring one out for the homies who didn't get the hit. You know. This one's for you, Mikey. All right. These guys was my first time saying words in about a year. Give it up for me today, everybody.
Reese. Yeah, he's having more sex than a lot of comedians here. Anyway, we're gonna keep on going. This next guy is wild because he goes by Chuck Wild. Everyone give it up for Chuck Wild.
Yeah, Chuck.
What up?
Yeah.
I'm waking everybody up, man. I saw a little sleeping going on, man. Watch my, can you watch my various drug paraphernalia bag right there? I might gotta change the taste of the weed, man. People pack weed inside like the fucking laundry sheets, yeah. And you're like, weed is like it's like from my grandmother. She she grew it and she's been dead for like 92 years, but she's got her fresh batch. She's like, I want to try some of grandmother's weed, you know what I'm saying? Taste it, it tastes like bounce. Bounce. We gotta go. Come on, man. That weed was good, man. How you doing, bro? That was a good ass snuggle. We get off me, man. All the people, it's just a joke, man. Gosh, dude, grab my ass, too. Weird, man. Okay, so like, I have like certain things that go on in my head on a daily basis. Like, I'm playing my Madden football game and I hear this song. Okay, and the song might be saying like, hey, various cities. And I'm like, you know, that's cool, but to me, my mind is like, I don't know, it's weird. Going straight to man titties. You know what I'm saying? I even have a song about that shit. It's bad. You know what I'm saying? So it goes like, I was at my mom and dad's house, right? So I said, okay, it came into man titties. Don't be doing jumping jacks with your man titties. You know, it's like, what the fuck did that come from?
Seinfeld.
No, that came from me, man. Man titties. Me and my brother, we were gonna make shirts. That's why, right? For dudes that are not, they're like, nobody's gonna shame me, man. You know what I'm saying? I break for moves, man boobs. You know what I'm saying? I heart movies. You know what I'm saying? I love middies. You know what I'm saying? Come on. The movement here, man. If you got man titties, show them. But I don't know, man. Okay. All right, we'll stop looking right there. Right, this guy right there. Stop looking right there. No more man titties around here. There might be some outside though. They're jumping around, doing jumping jacks. Zumba. Don't be doing Zumba with your man, city. Stop it. Yeah, I am kind of wild, man, but I like to stay by myself more. But I can like get up. Okay. I'm good with people, and I'm good without people. Okay? So, like, I don't need people. Okay? But you know, sometimes I need people. Like right now, I need people. Okay? You gotta thank you for feeding my need. Okay?
You're welcome.
What's up, Blake? Side tuck. First time I heard him, I had my son over here. It is weird. It was fucking weird, okay? My son, he's not allowed to drink alcohol, but he's allowed to come to a comedy show with his dad. You know what I'm saying? That's what his dad's being. He's outside, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm looking around, I don't see him. I mean, it's only a small space, right? I'm looking up, I don't see him, right? Oh, hey, CJ. CJ's Charles Jr. So, like, I fucking turn around again, and he's got some girl writing her number on his arm.
Wait, how old is your
I'm like,
son?
how is this girl writing her number on his arm? And then, like, he's like talking to somebody, where he's like, yeah, my name is CJ. This girl jumps on him like, my name's RJ. I'm like, never.
How old is he? How old is he?
He's old enough to know better, but he still doesn't. And I'm like, yo, hold up. Because, you know, people were like thinking I was like maybe getting mad at him because, and I kind of was. Because, like, you know, this is like my spot. You know what I'm saying? If I'm kind of dry, I come here and a lucky lady will be able to come home with Chuck Brown. I will do Chuck Brown. But no, I wasn't even like that. My son was like taking all of them. Some knew that he was a little young, but they were like, I'll take a chance anyway. Yeah. I feel like a teacher today. He's an extra credit. That's my time, and my extra credit is done. Remember, don't do any kind of weird stuff because like there's kids around. Like not here, but like somewhere there's kids around, right? Thank you very much. My name is Chuck. Wow.
Chuck Wild. Man, all right, we're gonna keep on going. We only got 4 people left, actually. You guys are very brave for sticking it through. Actually, give it up for yourselves. Wait, what is your name? I'm gonna ask you now towards the end of the show.
Sean.
Sean? Emily? Of course, guys are.
She's gonna forget it at the end of the show.
Anyway, we're gonna keep it going. Everyone, give it up for Locks.
Hey. I need y'all to do me a favor because I don't feel the energy in here, okay? So when I say what's up with the what's up, I need you guys to say what's up, okay? One time for the one time, what's up with the what's up? It's okay, Emily. It is quite alright. You were still a little bit off beat. I heard it. I know no one else heard it, but I heard it. Sean probably didn't even hear it. He was on point. He got it. You were just a little off, Emily. It's okay. It's totally alright. How are you, man? You look quite colorful today. Look at you. It's eye-catching. I'm like, how could I not notice you? Nobody asked. What's your name? Brianna. That's pretty. That's nice. Like the colors. See, Brianna. Hi, folks. How are you guys doing? What's up? How are you guys doing tonight? All good? What's your guys' name? Bob and Daniel. Bob and Daniel. I like that. This guy's assertive. I like Bob. Okay, Bob, you're good. Don't bow down to me. Not yet. It's not even over. It just started. Calm down. Relax. These people over here, I know them. He's lifting up his shirt. Jesus. She's half naked. You know, they're local. Like, everybody on this side of the room is local. Are you guys local? No. You've been here for a while? Less than a year. Okay, so you're newbies. You're fresh. Okay, you're newbies. Are you guys you're tourists? Are you tourists or are you from here? I grew up here. Bob grew up here. You didn't grow up here. Oh, you visiting? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Bob, that's why I like you. I know what kind of guy you are. He's my kind of man right there. It's a guy. It's a good guy right there. All right? I know how you folks are doing. It's a Friday night. You know?
I bet you his girl didn't go through quarantine.
It doesn't even matter. Shut up. Stop being so judgmental. Jeez Louise, with extra cheese. Come on. So what? Quarantine doesn't really matter. Come on, like, it doesn't matter. Everybody's like, listen, everybody's so tight about it, okay? I work in the medical field ever since it started, okay? So I've been on the front lines, okay, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not even vaccinated. Still to this day, okay?
Me either.
Okay? I'm good. Like, my immune system has been doing the things, all right?
How would you know vaccination?
My immune system, all right?
How would you know back?
Jeez, all
How would
right?
you know back?
Okay, who's been vaccinated in here now? Yeah, oh, of course. I feel like you should be vaccinated. You getting vaccinated, sir? You're just a test rat. It's okay.
Kids get it.
No, listen, bro. It's totally all right. It's cool. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna judge you. I just don't trust the government when it comes to shots. Like,
What?
you know what I mean?
I got mine at Walmart.
So he didn't get the Johnson & Johnson. He got the Jackson & Jackson. All right, stop interrupting my show, Jim. That's it. That's the last one for him, okay? No, but you know, I'm not judgmental. Like, hey, if you got it, you know, that's cool. Until as though I don't need it, you know? I feel like I'm stronger than the virus. I'm bigger than that, okay?
You are stronger.
And the other thing is, you know, okay, let's just put something on the table. Something obvious. I'm dark. You guys are a little light. I don't like being called black though, okay? Let's just put that on the table. I don't like it. I don't. Call me chocolate, okay? I'm chocolate because I'm rich. You understand what I'm saying? I got flavor. You feel me? Whole culture. Yeah, my grandfather's like cherry cream. Come on now. You know what I mean? I got people that been here. So just call me chocolate. Call me color. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna call you. Listen, we got like butter pecan, Puerto Rican over here. You know what I mean? We got a little bit of peanut butter over here. Sir, Emily and Sean, we got the vanilla too. You know, it's great. We all come together. Hawaii is a melting pot. Okay? We're all in this together. We're just mixing flavors. That's all. You know what I mean? It should be great. Okay. Listen, the thing is, we're getting in the medical field, right? I got this thing where I go to facilities with older people, and it's a lot of old people, okay? And I have hair that looks like this, okay? So they get curious. And one time I walked into the facility, and I'm walking to the elevator and go see a patient, and the old lady, she's just sitting there with her like her little walker in the seat, and she locks eyes with me. She gives me the food, and she starts to raise all through her walker. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's coming for me. So I'm trying to get to the elevator and push the button, right? And she just pulls up. She's so fast with the walker. She pulls up on me right at the elevator. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm caught. So then she says, I was a beautician for 47 years, and your hair is luxurious. It melted my heart, you know what I mean? All I could do was say, you know what, man? Thank you. I really appreciate it. She said, can I touch it? Why is that always the next question? Like, you never felt hair? It's just hair. But I can't tell an old lady no, so I let her touch it. And she's stroking me, you know? She's like stroking me like a Labradoodle or a Golden Retriever. And it was weird. But I have a hair fetish, so I'm getting turned on, and I don't think she knows. And I tell her, I say, hey, can I get to my patient because I'm kind of getting hot? And she's like, you know what she does? She throws her leg up on that walker. She starts dropping it. So I don't know what else to do. I just get up underneath there, you know? And I start bouncing with her. I'm like, all right. I don't know who fucking grandma this is, but I'm going to take it. So me and Esmeralda have been together for like 6 months now. It's hard out here in Hawaii. It's expensive. I'm in the will and everything. All right, my name's Lox, man. You can follow me at LOX, Love on X-Ray on Instagram. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah, give it up for Lox. Holy shit, if I didn't know any better, I thought he was talking about Star for a second. Okay? That gave me the same vibe Yeah, what? Means Esmeralda when you got Star, who's the real star. Wait, are you taking my backpack, Star?
I go to there.
Okay. I was like, damn, Star's stealing my shit. Oh man, we're gonna give it up for the next comedian. Everyone, give it up for Jimmy.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Give it up for my boy Locks one more time, please. What's up with the rest? Thank you for coming. Oh man.
Basketball stars.
Basketball stars. I don't know shit about sports, bro. I'm sorry. I know. Not very good with conversation. You look like a sports guy. You look tough. How you doing, buddy? What's up, guys? How is everybody? Is everybody feeling good? Because I had a really crazy fucking day. It was very nice. You look cozy. You look like you're just hanging out. That you look right. Wrapped up. I love that. Just cuddly. You're just there, hanging out. Welcome. How you doing? Like my tree? Just got it. My lights, everything. Crazy day, so I'm ready to relax, take a deep breath. I like to take mindful breath. That's what my personal trainer is trying to teach me about. Yeah, personal trainers. You love the personal trainer. There we go. Obviously, it's a work in progress. He's telling me it's a journey. But this is a journey. He's definitely telling me that. But I don't know. Today I was just, this big thing was like, I need to change my life. You ever get in that mode when you're looking at your life, you're sitting down in your life, and you're just like, man, there's something going on in my life that I just need to really like flip. You know what I mean? Something, right? You get that? Thank you. Like you see, change, right? It's change is natural. Change is inevitable, right? Like you wake up the next day, you think about it, and you might not think the same way or something like that, or some people like, I don't know, they get a new education, right? Or and if you're really smart and if you really know what you're doing, you take that education, you maybe even turn it into a career. And that's what they do, make the money, find some purpose in that career. I do shrooms. It's fucking great. Y'all do shrooms? It's safe in here. There's a lot of it's alright. Shrooms is nice. Shrooms is good for you. Shrooms awaken something in your head. Right? And I was like, man, I shrooms, sometimes it's a good drug when it's like, all you can think about is like, man, I shouldn't have done these shrooms. He's like, oh, it's a weird place I got myself into. You look like you do shrooms. You look pretty chill. You look relaxed. See, you used to. That's why shrooms is a good drug, because you can't do them all the time. It's like really something you want to really, reflect on or something like that. So I looked myself in the mirror and I looked fucked up. I was like, man, I'm getting big, I'm getting round road time. I got a girl that feeds me very well, obviously, right? Delicious food. And I was like, hey, it's time to make a change. Maybe it's time to get a personal trainer. So I got my friend to help me out. His name's Hamilton, and he's my shroom dealer, but he's also a personal fitness guy. So he's really just zen. I thought, because when he was telling me, he's like, hey man, I'm gonna train you, bro. I'm gonna train you. But I thought he was gonna yell at me. He was like, nah, man, we were like meditating before workouts. Like, I met him at the calisthenic park over, by Diamond Head. He was just hanging on a thing like this, like it was natural. He's like, hey, Jimmy, how's it? You guys doing good? I'm just working out a little, just getting a stretch before we really get into your exercises. How you doing? Do you drink your coffee? I'm just like, yeah, man, I'm ready to go. He's like, all right, I want you to hang on this bar for, I don't know, let's just try to do it for 1 minute, all right? I was like, oh, hang on the bar. Okay. For 1 minute, okay. So I go up to the bar, and I go up to the little bar. He's like, no, not that bar, this bar. And I was like, that bar? And he's like, yeah, that bar. And I was like, that one right there? This one? And he's like, yeah, just get up there, just do your best. And I was like, okay, we go for 1 minute. I get up there. And he's like, for 1 minute. And I was like, for 1 minute, okay? He's like, it's okay, it's a journey, it's a journey. I was like, oh man. I did way too many shrooms for this. And I was like, and it's done. And he was like, it's a journey, man. And I was like, I know, but I need a fucking rest stop. And that's my exit.
Peace.
Jimmy! Alright, we're only down to 2 more people. I'm just gonna bring them right on up. Give it up for Blake Alexander!
Appreciate it. How's it going, folks? Hey. You look like the girl that my mom wants me to date, and Star looks like the girl that I actually date. I've been having issues with my dating life. It's hard for me. I was diagnosed with IBS, irritable Blake syndrome. Yeah. If you get me mad enough, I'm gonna try to shit on you. It's a medical condition. I can't really help it, actually. I got a compliment from a black woman. Yeah. I see you as part of the community. I want to respect you and say, I got a compliment from a black woman from your community. And she's on the street, out of nowhere. She passed me by and she said, hey, you got pretty nice hair for a white boy. That's the best compliment I've ever gotten in my life, dude. That's an amazing compliment. But like, it's not really a compliment if you think about it. You know, like if I flip that back on her, I was like, you got pretty nice hair for a black woman. That's half a hate crime. I talked to AOC. That is illegal. I can't say that, but I'll tell you, I was riding high. I was feeling good for the week after she said that. I was feeling a little bit iffy about my hair, honestly, but now I'm like, fuck it. I do have nice hair. You know, she gets still confidence. I'm like, fuck you. 100 white women could tell me I have shitty hair. I'm like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. I got it from the source. I'm sorry.
I got it from the source.
One honest black woman's opinion is worth 100 white women. That's science. That's science. They speak from a place, you know? They speak from a place. How about Israel-Palestine? Oh, yeah. I feel like the solution to that is prostate orgasm. I feel like. You know, like you know how Israelis have like 2 years of required service, like military service. I feel like Israelis and Palestinians should both have like 10 required prostate orgasms. I just think it would soften them up a little bit, you know. Stop fighting all the time. I already got the light. Holy shit! All right, let me see. That's what I started talking about Israel.
Zionist conspiracy.
Exactly. They want to silence us. No, she's not. She's not actually. My sister's really into QAnon, so she's a bright girl. And they have so many conspiracies, you know? But like the one that they love to tell me, they're like, oh yeah, and in case you didn't know as well, Michelle Obama is a man. They always tell me that. Yeah, that's like a big one. It's just interesting, like in the range of conspiracies that they talk about, you know, like.
She does have a big one.
Hey, but that makes me like Obama more, like as if that would even be a bad thing. Like, Obama would be my favorite president of all time. Think about when he was planning to run in 08 and like 07 and shit. Like people would be like, yo, that's like his friends and family, like his political strategists would be like, dude, that's like your wife is a political liability. You know, like if people find out, you know, it was 08 was a different time than now, 07, 08. But I'm like. I just love that Obama, again, if Michelle was a man, I love that Obama was like, I don't care, I love her, you know? I love that he just went for the White House with her. And again, it's like fucking QAnon will talk about like nanobots taking over our minds through vaccines and, you know, fucking eating children, harvesting children's blood, you know, for resources. And then they just like go to like a very fringe, like Michelle Obama's a man. Like, it's not an important thing, that doesn't change anything. I'm almost done, all right. I feel like it's stupid that people consider like stepmom to be incest, you know? Stepmom is incest, alright, sure. Like at a level, like everyone knows there's a range of like what your stepmom could be, you know? You understand that obviously. Like your stepmom she could have moved in when you were a baby and like raised you like as if like to you she's your actual mom. But also, like me, your stepmom could move in when you're 17. You have no history with her. Like, my stepmom is just a hot stranger that moved into my house that fucks my dad, you know?